8 games off the bench this year for Oba, who passes it into Tavares. And a hot start for the Hornets. They look to keep it going. Tavares to Munoz. Why not? Spinning, shimmying on Green, and he's fouled back to the line. Just going to what's working, and that's Jevin Munoz.
Yeah, low man wins. It was good defense initially by Green, but then he just swipes down, clear arm contact, and they're going to Munoz early and often and just about anywhere on the floor right now.
Any adjustments Coach Gillian needs to make here? You double him up?
No. I think you got to do something right now to stop number 5 because he's doing everything. And this lead is continuing to grow. And Chicago State almost as many turnovers as they have shot attempts right now.
4 turnovers, 5 attempts. They've only made 1. Meanwhile, Jevin Munoz has 12 points of 14. Here's Cardette. Well, if you need to break a scoring drought, he's usually the guy. But then Gene Charles is rejected. Here come the Hornets, 2-on-1. Alley-oop is nearly flushed down by Oba. Now Robinson feeds Somerville. Down to Oba, and the ball ping-pongs out of bounds. Looks like we're going to stay here with the Hornets. And Delaware State is just squashing everything right now.
Love the attitude for the Hornets. As soon as anybody gets a rebound, they're looking right down the court and trying to get out and run. It's Somerville, who had 4 dunks last time out, including a few alley-oops just like that, unable to finish it off. But you know he's pumped when he gets in the air and gets a good feed like that.
But that one would have been sweet. Would have been worth 2 in my book. Here's Tavares. Off to Munoz. Hot hand goes down low to Oba. Sliding through into the corner for Robinson. And now Munoz, a wide open 3. Yes, sir. Jevin Munoz, absolute domination. He's got 15 points of 21 total between the two teams. It's the Jevin Munoz show when we come back.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University with over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant.
Back in Chicago, where Jevin Munoz has absolutely dominated this game. He's got 15 points, 5 of 5 shooting, and his Delaware State Hornets are on an 11-0 run. Cougars looking to get anything. They haven't scored in over 5 minutes, but in the corner, Brent Davis breaks the ice.
Boy, they needed something to fall because it was a 1-for-6 start after, remember, the second half versus Loyola. They were just 5 for 22, shot 23%. They need to get the offense going.
Into the corner, Robinson feeds Tavares, freshman point guard, dumping off to Andrews. Delaware State coming off an overtime loss at Lamar, hungry for just its second true road win of the season. Down low, Oba. 1-on-2, he's blocked from behind. Gene Charles got a hand, and then Cardette draws the foul. Cougar ball down 10. We're at the 11:51 mark of the first half. Apologies, those of you at home looking to follow time. It's Cougar ball now. By the way, these two teams met last year. First time ever we had a CSU-DSU meeting. 66-60 Hornets over the Cougars out in Dover, Delaware. We're now at the under 12 timeout. It's the Hornets by 10, and we're back after this.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University with over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant campus life. Chicago State University is Chicago's #1 most affordable public university with a diverse faculty, small class sizes, and almost 50 student organizations, including NCAA Division I athletics. At Chicago State, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Visit csu.edu/admissions to learn how you can earn your first year of tuition free.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Cougars hadn't scored in over 3 minutes after the Jevin Munoz show had Delaware State up by 11. Brent Davis 3 broke it up, and now just a 10-point lead for the Hornets. Good to have you back with us here in Chicago. In the corner, Jashawn Corbett missing a 3 off the front end. Rebound to Tavares. And Max said the importance of three-point shooting for Chicago State. They're 1 of 5.
Yeah, and that was a big hit, though, out of the last timeout. Gerald Gillian got exactly what he wanted, an open look for Brent Davis, who is only 1 of 12 from distance in the last 5 games, but hits his first look. Then they got the stop and finally got something to stop that long, big run.
Top of the key, it's Oba. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Tavares. A 3 ball, not even close. And the rebound to Crawford. Here come the Cougars now. Cardette, Corbett, Gene Charles, 3 ball. Yes, sir. Deshaun Gene Charles, first bucket of the day.
Get a couple to go in a row, both from the corners. You know the 3 balls are going to be up and flying all day against this 3-2 zone, and now the confidence gets to start brewing.
Cougars are 2 of 6 from downtown, and now a sneaky 6-0 run in the last 90 seconds. But right after that, Brent Davis whistled for the foul. Little too antsy with the hands.
That was first. That was close. He's got 1 steal already today. You mentioned it earlier. Leads the team now with 26 steals. Tried to pickpocket the freshman from behind. Got a little bit of the forearm. I like the confidence from D-Will Tavares we've seen, because I believe he's taken 3 shots so far. No, he's taken 4 shots. He's missed all 4. 3 of them have been not even close, but he is still letting it fly.
And the freshman from Jersey's got it right now. 1-on-2. Finds the open man, but only after he traveled. So tough start so far for the freshman point guard. And Max, this is sort of the theme for Delaware State, is guys like Tavares thrust into action due to injury. Corey Perkins is out. We haven't seen Brandon Stone. We haven't seen Kyrie Staten. 3 of their top players all injured.
And they're very thin at point guard. Tavares, the freshman point guard, who's running the show, only sat 2 minutes last game. But his offenses look great. 13 points at 3 straight. Had 19 a week ago against Longwood.
Cross-court pass to Cardette. Cougars' top scorer misses. Fighting for his own board. No dice.
But the skip pass gave them a chance to drive into the paint, try to penetrate that zone.
Ball's on the ground. Somerville battling with Corbett, and a jump ball. They'll send it to Chicago State. Good fight for Jashawn Corbett.
That's what they want to see more of, because that's really the reason Chicago State had the lead throughout. I mean, most of the opening half hour against Loyola was because the defense was just so tough.
62-53, that was the final up in Rogers Park. Chicago State and Loyola. Corbett led the way with 14, but Wes Cardette only 6 points, 3 of 12 shooting, so he looks to bounce back. And Wes with it now, off to Green. Cardette, 3 ball, and that's a rainbow in for Wesley.
That's a 9-0 run on 3 triples from 3 different players, and they have held Delaware State off the board now for over 3 minutes. So this is a huge run being followed up by a huge run by Chicago State now.
It feels like a new game. Green on the steal. It's 3-on-2. He finds Crawford with a foul. No, but Noble Crawford to the free throw line. And Max, this feels like a way different basketball game than the first 8 minutes we watched.
Much easier when you don't have to get into your half-court set. I'm sure that Noble Crawford wanted to finish this for the and one, but momentum finally on the side of the home team for really the first time tonight.
Delaware State in a struggle. They haven't scored in 3:30. So we're going to stay here with 9:15 left in the first half. Hope you're having a great Thursday night, final night in November, which means college basketball season is really hitting its stride. Chicago State coming in 2-7. Max, they haven't won a home game yet this year. It's kind of interesting after going 8-0 here last season.
And it's crazy because I remember you and I here 3 weeks ago just about in that home opener versus Mercer that was a tight game the entirety of the way, and they had a chance really to win that late. I think we used the word fortress to describe Jones Convocation Center from last year when they were 8-0. And they followed that up. That Cal State Northridge game was another one that was really tight the whole way. They went 0-2 at home and then kind of got waxed by UT Martin here. But this is a team that has played their best in this venue, and they're trying to get back to those winning ways in front of the home fans.
We did use the word fortress, but even the best fortresses are sometimes penetrable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, credit that Mercer team. That was a scrappy effort from them, and same could be said about Cal State Northridge.
Kyrie Stanton checking in the game here for Delaware State. His last game prior to this one was 8 days ago, or check that, 10 days ago. I guess my 30 minus 20 math is off.
Yeah, hasn't played in the last 3. He's still averaging over 8.5 points per game. He's rocking a look that if you grew up playing basketball, you've certainly had to go out there on the court and play. He's got those 2 fingers, index and middle finger on his right hand taped up together.
Crawford hits them both. Hey, Chicago State's on an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes. That's after a Delaware State 11-0 run led by Jevin Munoz.
It's an 11-0 run going back to that timeout, too, that Gerald Gillian called. So he's probably looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, good timeout. Dueling 11-0 runs have it at 17-15. And Munoz, nice cross-court pass, just saved. A little out of sorts.
That had to be the strangest give and go you've ever seen.
There's Robinson with a 15-foot fall away. First bucket of the day for the preseason first-teamer, Martez Robinson.
That is a bailout of what was a possession that looked like it was going absolutely nowhere. Credit Stanton for that save all the way on the weak side.
Robinson out of Baltimore, the senior. He's the top scorer, but today it's been Jevin Munoz for the Hornets as Green misses the 3. Robinson clears the glass, and here come the run-and-gun Hornets. Munoz up and under. He has 17 points in only 12 minutes.
And you just got to love the style of play from Delaware State and from Stan Waterman. I'm telling you, anytime anybody gets a board, there's somebody flying up the wing. They've been open. Chicago State really hasn't made an adjustment. They found it, and all of a sudden, one pass, and you're in transition.
Munoz is 6 of 6. Rest of the team is 2 of 14. And Corbett fouled hard. He will head to the line. See who that one goes against. It's Alston Andrews. 1 in the blue. Another look here. Corbett shimmying for space. And he'll be at the line when we come back. 7:59 left in the first. It's Jevin Munoz against Chicago State.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Jevin Munoz has 17 points on 6 of 6 shooting, and by himself is outscoring Chicago State. Max, what's he executing best?
I mean, the confidence is flowing. This guy's happy to shoot it from just about anywhere on the floor. We talked about him, I think, right out of the gate as Corbin misses the free throw. Being a 3-level scorer, we've seen that on full display. He's getting out, he's running. He's 17 points. He has literally been perfect. He's got 20 points 3 times this year. I'm sure he's going to make it 4 by the end of the night.
He has dazzled us. Corbett hitting the back end, now has 3 points and checks out for Cam Jernigan. Delaware State and Chicago State had dueling 11-0 runs early in the game. And now we'll see what sort of flow we settle into. 7:50 left in the first half. Hope you at home are having a great Thursday night. Good battle here between two teams looking to break losing stretches. Stripped to Somerville, or excuse me, Alston Andrews. That's Andrews, the Illinois State transfer.
Yeah, he's got 2 looks right at the rim, and they're happy to get points from anybody right now, and certainly to add some depth to what Munoz has done.
Cougars against that zone. Ked Green off to Jernigan. Nice pass into the corner for Davis. Can't hit this time. A rebound in the corner for Robinson. Hornets ball in transition. Extra step for Alston Andrews. That's turnover number 7.
I was literally in my mind thinking, man, it is so pretty to watch this team transition from defense to offense. I'm not sure they want to get the ball in the hands of Alston Andrews, the 6'10" senior from Detroit, at that spot on the floor in a full sprint. That looked pretty awkward, but give Tavares some credit, too. He just got a nice little spell on the bench for just about a minute or so when Stanton came in. Then they got the under-8 media, so he's a little bit rested. He might not come out again the rest of the game. Obviously, we'll see. But he's really done a good job choreographing and organizing this offense.
Extremely thin at point guard. Stan Waterman's Delaware State Hornets. There's Stan. He's smiling. It's
a sheepish grin.
Yeah, he's ready to get rolling. He looks very sheepish, almost mischievous. Telling his squad what to do as Neal drives in, and a fadeaway's off, so rebound to Munoz. 3-on-2. Nice pass for Tavares, and that ball stuffed but off the backboard. Cam Jernigan called for goaltending. That means 2 more for Delaware State.
Jernigan got up here. He's just a split second too late. Pins it to the glass, but good for Tavares to get on the board. He doesn't technically see the ball go in, but he gets credit, obviously, for a made field goal.
Sounds like a riddle. How do you not ever see the ball go in, but still score points in a basketball game?
Without the free throw line.
Goaltend. Neal, Gene Charles, and Davis all on the outside against this zone. Cardette at the free throw line, only 3 points so far. Open in the corner, Gene Charles Now Neal, that extra pass pays off. A.J. Neal, the 4th Cougar to hit a 3.
And it all starts with Cardet just getting a touch of the paint. It changes the whole rotation of the defense. Kick to the corner, pump fake, extra pass. That was pretty.
It was, and after a tough start shooting, Cougars are 4 of 10, and now Corbett with his steal. 2-on-1, Davis an easy bucket. Cougs within 4. So Chicago State 4 of 10 from downtown. 4 different guys have hit a 3. And now a trap at midcourt. And over the back call will send it to the Cougars. That is 9 Hornet turnovers.
Yeah, 10 seconds, I think. They never got it across the timeline, and the defense is hounding. They get the theft and then the easy layup, and now a 10-second call and trying for another spurt here.
Gerald Gillian wants his team to be a swarming, tough, hard hat type of defense. He's seeing that here, forcing 9 turnovers in 14 minutes. 5:40 left in the first half. Cougars down 4. And Cardet against Somerville to the hoop with the right hand. Yes, sir. And a foul.
And you're seeing the great things happen when you're facing a 2-3 zone and somebody gets a touch of the paint. It's been Cardet Jr. the last 2 times. This time he just takes it himself. You see that 7'2" wingspan going against the 6'11" Raymond Somerville. Still able to absorb that contact and get the bucket.
A projected 2nd-round pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Wes Cardet was here in Chicago at Wintrust Arena, just a bit north, at an NBA draft camp this summer. Said he learned a great deal, high level of competition. After missing the free throw, he's on ball defense.
Struggled from the line this year, shooting a little bit sub 63% entering today.
Cougars as a team, 5 of 7 tonight. Now within 2 on a 7-0 run. Tavares, a lot of dribbling, got rid of it to Robinson. And the leading scorer knifing through with precision. Somerville misses the putback. Cougar ball, chance to take the lead. Neal, wide open. He was stripped and fouled by Martez Robinson. Seemed like the Red Sea had parted for a moment.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous move from A.J. Neal. They say those who hesitate are lost. Well, he hesitated and then blew by the defense. Reach in, maybe all ball there. Good defense at the last second.
Fouls on Alston Andrews. Now out to Neal. And Tavares bowling over a couple chairs. Seems to be okay. And so are the chairs. Took down 3 of them. Cougar ball.
It looked pretty rough, but he looks to be just fine.
Bottom left corner of your screen, you see our team getting the chairs back, and Tavares all healthy. Cougar ball, 20 to shoot, under 5 to go in the first half. Davis thinking about it from downtown. Neal, a long 3. Misses. He's 1 for 3 from downtown. This is Tavares falling down. Cougar ball. 2-on-1. Gene Charles takes it himself. Fouled hard by Somerville. Somerville's 2nd. Gene Charles can tie it here.
How about that play on the floor? Was that Noble Crawford that gets this started, just dives? Yep. I don't know if he meant to throw that one up to Gene Charles, but it worked out fortuitously and right to him, and now back to the line.
3 turnovers for Delaware State in the last 2 minutes. And now Deshaun Gene Charles, sophomore, former first-teamer out of Broward County, comes to the free throw line. And this is someone who, when he hits his shots, can be really a key cog for this Cougar offense. He's got an outside stroke. As you see his free throw stroke paying off, Cougars within 1.
A guy who'd like to heat up a little bit, shooting 27% from deep, you could say, but that is just about almost exactly the team average, and 35% from the field, but looking to boost that efficiency and looking to tie things up right here.
And he does. Even at 25, Jevin Munoz has 17 of the 25 points for Delaware State. Meanwhile, the Cougars have no one with more than 7. 2 different modes of attacking. As Robinson has it straight away against Gene Charles. Makes his move off a screen and falls into 2 bodies. Now he's trapped. Got rid of it. And a whistle. We have a Chicago State foul. Looks like it's on the ball on Corbett. No, it's on Gene Charles right here.
Bailout foul. I think got in the cylinder was the call here, and he is leaning in with that left knee, so I think I got to agree with that. Tough one is possession was a little bit disjointed, and that is foul number 7, so it is a trip to the free throw line.
Bonus basketball for Delaware State. As Gene Charles takes a seat.
What a funky path to a 25 all, by the way.
Right? Couple 11-0 runs. You have one team with a guy scoring 17. The other team has no one in double figures.
I mean, if you're just tuning in, you probably thought, hey, good game, close game, probably been close the whole way. No, not at all. I mean, Delaware
It's barely been close.
Haymaker one way, haymaker back the other.
Who's going to throw the third punch? Cougars down 2. Draw a foul. Brent Davis will go to the line. Cougars now in the bonus with the 7th team foul.
I think Somerville took the worst of this, too. He might have gotten a hand up towards the eye. No, it's an elbow. Oh, right square to the face. That's tough when that call goes against you, and you have to absorb that level of contact.
Ugh. I hurt for him. My eye hurts for him.
I don't think I've ever been hit like that in the face.
We could change that. We got the glasses on, though.
We got
Provides
time.
Protective
First
shield.
half.
Hey, new man in the game for Delaware State. That's 4 on the bottom of your screen. Kyle Johnson, transfer from Cal State Monterey Bay. Davis hits the back end, and Jernigan checks in for him. A little more size for the Cougars. Last time we saw Cam Jernigan, he was rising high, blocking a Hornet shot. He called for a goaltend. Here come the Hornets. Robinson peeling up the court as we approach 4 minutes to go. First half, Hornets by 1 and with the ball. The freshman Tavares bothered pesky Chicago State defense. That's Tristan Arnaud on the ball. And now Munoz misses his first shot. Rebound, still on the ground. And Arnaud comes up with it. Nice swing to the outside. Corbett with the step through. And the Cougars have their first lead.
Arnaud, nifty ball handling and the footwork, basically a hurdle. And then they get out in transition to take the lead.
Just checked in the game, 30 seconds in. Tristan Arnaud making an instant impact. How does Delaware State respond? Fun one so far, as down low Robinson gets the and 1 to go.
Well, I think your question was just answered. They haven't gone to Robinson much. That's only his 2nd field goal. But a guy who's been a great player in the MEAC and preseason first teamer.
And off the assist from Munoz, we take a timeout. It's a good one. Delaware State by 1.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at ticketsmarter.com.
Back in Chicago for what's been a funky one, and Chicago State just took its first lead of the night. Here you see some Jashawn Corbett action. Jashawn has 5 points, 2 buckets. And how about Chicago State from behind the arc? There's the 3 from Brent Davis, as the Cougars have shot 4 of 11 from downtown, and that is imperative against a Delaware State zone defense. Max, the Cougars have hung in it with some efficient shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they got 1 3 to fall, they had that 11-0 run that began with 3 straight threes, right? It was a 9-0 spurt at first. And, well, you're Delaware State. You're playing a 3-2 zone. Somehow you're the one absolutely dominating the glass right now. It's 17-7. The disparity pretty large on the offensive glass as well, which is obviously a surprise given that the team playing the zone is killing it defensively on the rebounds. And then Chicago State is just owning the turnover battle.
Martez Robinson finishes the back end of an and one. Yeah, rebounding battle +6 for Chicago State. Or excuse me, turnover battle +6 for Chicago State. Rebounding battle is +10 for Delaware State.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you're in the zone. You've only allowed 1 offensive board so far.
Still in that 3-2 zone. Hornets are nothing if not consistent. 7 to shoot. Noble Crawford, nice feed to Corbett. After the fake, he loses it. Munoz scoops up a steal, and the Hornets now with speed, and Tavares is fouled by Green. 2 free throws are coming for D-Will Tavares, the freshman.
Yeah, good strong take from the youngster. Gets all the way to the rim. Can't get the finish, but that's another foul on Kendrick Green. Almost just lost the pen there.
Green second. Your pen?
Yeah. That's why the little inflection in the voice. Almost just tossed it aside.
It's okay. You can throw your pen as long as it's not at me.
Are we allowed to throw our chairs?
Do whatever you want. You just pay the price. There's Tavares making the second. Here comes A.J. Neal for Chicago State. Had some nice spark off the bench. Neal 3 points so far, hitting 1 from beyond the arc. Checking in for Corbett. And Jashawn Corbett, who's on the bench right now, suffered a gruesome injury when the Cougars were down in Mexico at the Cancun Challenge. Diving for a loose ball in their first game, he suffered a facial fracture, an impacted tooth that's really hampered him. Here's a steal for Robinson, up and under for 2. Delaware State back up 6. A little swing of momentum in favor of Robinson and the Hornets.
Yeah, just a great trap. If you're Kendrick Green, you can't dribble it into the corner there in the front court. He gets trapped by a couple of guys, tries to slip in a bounce pass, and just a heady play there for Martez Robinson.
Yeah, basketball always is a game of runs, but even more so today. We've had 2 11-0 runs, and now Delaware State in the midst of a 7-0 run with 2:25 left in the first half. So was saying about Jashawn Corbett. Fractures his face, has this impacted tooth. He needs to get braces and get some procedures to figure that out. But because of it, he's on a soft food diet and tells us he's lost over 10 pounds since Thanksgiving because of this facial fracture. So feels a little weaker and maybe needs to get a little more rest today.
I think the weight that he has lost since Thanksgiving has gone to me, because it's a strange time of year to be dropping pounds, right? But yeah, he said he's been feeling a little weak, and obviously they're trying to get him back and eating solid foods and back to his normal weight as soon as they can.
He says he misses food a lot. Might be the only guy in America who's lost weight post-Thanksgiving. As Cardette has it for the Cougars. Corbett on the bench right now. And Chicago State down 6. Nice in and out feed to Davis, who rattles home a tray.
It's a big hit for him, a guy we've talked about. He's been struggling from beyond the arc, but 2 of 3 now from distance and cuts the lead in half, ends that 7-0 run.
He's on the ball now. Nice feed down low. Kyle Johnson misses with the left and then puts back his own miss.
Almost didn't get it across half court, almost turned it over. But Delaware State, as soon as they get it across the timeline, they feel pretty good in the half court set.
And Cougars just throw it away there. Munoz with the alley and Oba with the oop. What a play for the Hornets.
What a beautiful feed from the man who's been doing almost all of the scoring at Jevin Munoz.
Munoz now has 17 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and he's only missed 1 shot. Nearly perfect first half for 5 in blue. What a pretty play that was for Delaware State. Both teams are hot offensively.
You know you're playing well when it's pretty easy to remember the 1 shot that Munoz did miss, right?
I remember it crystal clear. Neal, pocket nearly picked. It'll go the other way, Delaware State ball. Wesley Oba coming off that phenomenal alley-oop. The transfer from Florida Southwestern State, moving just up the East Coast. Dover, Delaware, home of Delaware State since 1891.
Just a little bit up the East Coast.
Yeah, maybe a, 15-hour drive? Here's Muñoz. Throws it right to Davis, and then Muñoz gets it right back and gives it out of bounds. So Cougar ball with a few changes of possession.
And Chicago State just won a battle of hot potato.
Arnaud's going to check in. He had a nice minute, and now comes back for his second stint. Tristan Arnaud, sophomore out of Davie, Florida. Coach Gillian loves his defense, says he's a 94-foot defender. He's going to grow into a phenomenal player by the time his senior year comes around. Just a sophomore. And he's got it straight away with 15 seconds left and the shot clock off. Cougars can hold for the last shot with 10. Arnaud against the zone, looking for the alley, and he can't find the oop. This is Muñoz with 3 to Robinson, who puts it in, and Delaware State hits the 40-point mark just in front of the buzzer. So in a back and forth, Jevin Muñoz dominated first half. It's the Hornets on top of the Cougars by 9. We'll hear from head coach Gerald Gillian during halftime, and then come back to you for the final 20 from Chicago.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Back in Chicago, it's halftime, and Cougars are down 9 to Delaware State. Well, Gerald Gillian's been with Chicago State 3 years now. The Floridian turned Chicagoan, really laying down a grit and grind atmosphere with his Cougars, and we had a chance to catch up with him in the latest edition of Spiraling the Staircase. Here is Gerald Gillian. That's the top of the staircase. That's our destination. We're here at the bottom. Sam Brief and men's basketball coach Gerald Gillian. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Blessed, highly favored, living the dream. Absolutely, and you were the first ever spiraling the staircase victim, as I call them, and now we're going right back up. You remember the deal?
Oh, man, I remember. Great opportunity, man. I'm so blessed, so happy, man, to be able to do this again.
Let's do it. All right, getting right into things. It's your third year at Chicago State. What makes this team different from any other you've had?
Oh, we've had a chance to be around each other for a couple years. We had a good amount of our offense, a good amount of our roster come back, had more than 50% of the offense come back. And now it's just continuing to gel, continuing to learn each other, and that's probably the thing that makes us most special is being around each other for an extended period of time.
What do you see as the identity of this team?
Oh, man, I always hang our hat on defense. We're going to pressure the basketball 94 feet. We're going to rebound the basketball, and we're going to give you 40 minutes of aggressive south side of Chicago style defense for 40 minutes.
So when people say the phrase Chicago State men's basketball, what do you want them to think?
Oh, is this a one-worder?
Give you a one word, a phrase. I'll give you a couple.
Oh, man, I mean, you can go south side toughness. You can go... I like to prefer that south side toughness. It just hits different.
South side toughness. You were really far south around Thanksgiving time in Cancun, Mexico. How was Mexico for the guys?
Oh, first it was hot, really hot. Couldn't wait to get back up here to this south side weather. I'm a four-season guy, but it was a great bonding experience. Got a chance to spend extended periods of time outside of the country, a lot of time to just interact with one another, and it was a great opportunity. Came away with the win. We lost one at the buzzer, and we won one, but just the opportunity, a lot of these guys, it was their first time going across the water, so it was great for the team.
You say you're a four-season guy. When I first met you 3 years ago, you were fresh off the plane from Florida. You thought 50 degrees was cold, and now we're at the top, by the way. We're going to start to skirt back down the staircase. You thought 50 degrees was cold. Now you're a 3-year Chicagoan. How are you adjusting?
Oh, man, I wish I had my Illinois ID on me, but it's amazing what a little bit of history, a little bit of tradition to do. I'm a Chicagoland guy now. I mean, I love the weather. I love that Harold's chicken. And I like the whole deep dish. Like, I'm a Chicago guy.
There we go.
What else can I say? Love me some raised chicken as well, by the way.
Chicken, deep dish. Gerald Gillian is getting after it. Tell me what you usually eat before a game.
Oh, I mean, it all depends. Like I said, like, I'm a Raising Cane's type of guy. 3 sauces, 2 pieces of bread, 3 chicken tenders. I mean, that's usually what I go for when I do eat. A lot of times I don't eat until after, but when I have that meal around game time, Raising Cane's is what I go with.
Tell me which of your players has the most NBA potential.
Ooh, that's so hard of a question. When I say we have about 9 or 10 guys that have a chance, and it's all about doing the little things, and I tell them all the time, being able to defend, being able to play multiple positions, and if you look at the roster, it's about 9 guys that have that opportunity. Who's going to take advantage of that opportunity is yet to be seen.
Give me a goal for the remainder of the season, Coach.
To get better every day. We're going to win some games, but it's not about just winning games. It's about getting better. It's about understanding basketball. It's about building that brotherhood, building that South Side toughness. It's about just growing not only within yourself, but just within the program.
Coach, a couple rapid-fire ones for you. On the plane to Mexico, aisle, middle, or window?
Window. Who will sit in an aisle seat? Of course.
Me, so I can go to the bathroom.
No, man, window every day, all day.
Okay, I'm eliminating every restaurant in the world. You get to save one. What are you saving?
Say it one more time.
I'm eliminating every restaurant in the world. You get to save one. What are you saving?
Ooh. Envy Restaurant, Dominican Republic. That's my brother's hotel.
Awesome. Sounds good. That was Spiraling the Staircase with head men's basketball coach Gerald Gillian. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare. With 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty, no bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at Ticketsmarter.com.
Halftime here at the Jones Convocation Center, where Delaware State leads Chicago State by a 40-31 tally. Both teams started a little bit slow offensively, but really picked it up. Delaware State shooting 56% in that opening 20 minutes as we look at some halftime numbers. Chicago State as well, a team that has struggled this year offensively, scoring under 65 points per game, but 43%, including a very solid 5 of 12 from beyond the arc, 42% there. Delaware State's been shooting it well, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc as well. At Chicago State, they're trailing by 9. The turnovers have been a big factor keeping them in it, where they were able to force 11. They had a +7 turnover differential at one point, but turned it over a few times near the end of the half. They're +2 in favor of the Cougars at halftime in the turnover battle. And the offensive rebounds for Delaware State, they're in favor 6-1, leading to second chance points. They're up by 9 are the Hornets, and it is 10-0 when it goes in the column of second chance points. They have been led by Jevin Munoz, who was phenomenal. He started 6 of 6 with his first 17 points, finished the half with 17. He was perfect, 2 of 2 from deep and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. We're back in a few minutes with the second half, the final 20 minutes of this battle. Chicago State looking for their first home win, and Delaware State looking for win number 3, and what would be their third win already this year away from home.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University. With over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant campus life. Chicago State University is Chicago's #1 most affordable public university, with a diverse faculty, small class sizes, and almost 50 student organizations, including NCAA Division I athletics. At Chicago State, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Visit csu.edu/admissions to learn how you can earn your first year of tuition free.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at ticketsmarter.com.
Hey, back in Chicago for halftime alongside Max Toma. I'm Sam Breve. A 9-point lead for Delaware State right now. And Max, it was Jevin Munoz early, but it's really been Martez Robinson as of late.
Yeah, Robinson preseason first team All-MEAC. We thought he was going to come out and ball out, and it was the Munoz show for a long time there. He's been more the facilitator down the stretch of this first half after he started the night a perfect 6 of 6. They've started to get Robinson going. I think that very last possession was very telling of the opening 20 minutes when they forced the turnover with 6 seconds left after the failed alley-oop and then went out and got virtually a buzzer-beater layup.
Jevin Munoz, you told me he's a 3-level scorer. We've seen him score at all 3 levels, including 2 from beyond the arc, only missing 1 shot. And Jevin Munoz, second-year player out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, taking over. But how about the Cougars sneakily hitting 5 threes from 4 different players? We knew Chicago State needed to hit from beyond the arc, and frankly, they have.
Yeah, you felt coming in like they were going to get a lot when it comes to the volume of the threes. And if you told them and you told Gerald Gillian, hey, you're going to go out and shoot 5 of 12, you're going to shoot 42% from beyond the arc, there is that buzzer beater layup, by the way. Off the wrong foot, too. Crafty from Martez Robinson. But Chicago State would probably feel very good about those shooting numbers from deep, but they do find themselves trailing by 9.
2 different ways to play a basketball game. Delaware State has only shot 3 from behind the arc, hit 2 of them. Cougars are 5 of 12. Also, Delaware State has Munoz with 17, Robinson with 11. No one else even has 5 points. Chicago State, no one in double figures. They have 4 guys with 5+ points. So way different types of styles as we come out for the second half. 9-point lead for Delaware State. Again, great to have you with us. These 2 teams, after not playing for a century, now playing back-to-back years. In a battle between Delaware State and Chicago State. This is Robinson, who had 11 in the first half, working off a Somerville screen. Raymond Somerville, no good on the teardrop, cleans up his own miss, has his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, big to start getting him going. 2 down low, then huge 6'11" presence. Did not score in the first half after that. I mean, career game, really. 19-point effort last weekend.
And that was on 8 of 9 shooting against Lamar. Davis nearly lost it. Shimmying around his defender. Looks like a foul call will be whistled against Somerville. That's a tough one for him. His 4th foul with only 2 points. Looks like he's getting set to check out.
Yeah, went right after him. Did Brent Davis. Maybe he gets that arm around him, actually. I don't think there's a whole lot there going against Raymond Somerville, but a heady play, you could say, from the junior from Miramar, Florida, and help him get that 4th foul for.
Here's Cardette. And now Gene Charles on Munoz. Chicago State, 9 first-half turnovers as Davis misses. Tavares clears, and here come the quick-moving Hornets. Johnson off to Munoz. Jevin Munoz, he's been perfect from downtown, and not anymore. Rebound tipped by Johnson to Cardette, and then he's fouled by Munoz. It's the first foul on Jevin. Cougar ball.
And that's really their first missed 3 in the open play of the offense, because the only miss prior was that heave that Tavares had at the end of the shot clock that was a straight-up air ball.
So Cougar ball now. Ked Green still hunting his first bucket of the day, only taking 1 shot. Davis against that 3-2 zone defense. This is the bread and butter of Delaware State defense under Coach Stan Waterman as Johnson pries it away. Cougar ball with 15 on the shot clock. Coach Waterman, third-year lead man for Delaware State. He is a high school coaching legend. 30 seasons at Samford School in Delaware, 8 state titles, 571 wins. That's enough to bump you up to the college ranks.
I'd hope so. Made the state title 33% of the time and 8-2 at state championships. That's Tom Brady-esque.
Cardette hits the 3. Cougars are within 8. Tom Brady-esque?
8-2 at title games?
All right.
I mean, Brady, they're Super Bowls and not, Delaware State championships.
Here's a make for Martez Robinson. He's got 13. Green whistles a pass into the corner for Gene Charles. Ked Green a 3, yes sir. And the Cougars stay hot from beyond the arc.
You said last possession looking for his first field goal make. He'd only attempted 1. That looked clean, smooth, and in rhythm.
6 of 14 are the Cougars from downtown. Almost Tom Brady-esque. Here's Tavares with a nice spin. The freshman Tavares finds the open man. That's Robinson, who rattles home a tray.
Just when you think Tavares is driving a little bit off balance and off kilter and getting lost and caught in the air, what a dime across the court to the opposite wing.
And now Martez Robinson, 16 points, 6 of 8 shooting. He and Jevin Munoz have done it all for the Hornets. Gene Charles called for the offensive foul. So Hornet ball on some over-aggressive maneuvering.
Yeah, take another look at it. As he spins in, that's the kind of a similar play to what I thought Brent Davis got away with, that arm bar, looping it around the defender.
It's one thing to hold your arm out. It's another thing to grab the defender like that.
You get that chicken wing out.
Andrews with a nice turnaround, and it's a 12-point lead for a suddenly hot Hornet offense.
And this is a team that this year has had solid depth at times when it comes to scoring output. Their last win versus Bethune-Cookman, when they scored 72 points, they had 5 players at double figures.
Delaware State 4 of 6 in the second half. Green loses it. Corbett got it back. 10 to shoot. Corbett backing up against Andrews. That's a beautiful kiss off the glass for Jashawn Corbett.
More of that. If you're Chicago State, the Cougars go to Corbett, and that was gorgeous. High off the glass, soft touch.
Yeah, really gorgeous for a hobbled player who now has 7 points. He's only missed 1 shot. Cougars get a steal. It's 2-on-2. Cardette shimmies in and draws a foul. It's on Martez Robinson, his second.
Yeah, strong tank, able to get right by Tavares, and then nice contest, but got a little bit of the hand on the way up, did Martez Robinson. Really only 1 player out there for Delaware State at foul trouble. Somerville, you said, who has 4. And then on the other side, J. Charles has 3, the only person really in any kind of foul trouble for the Cougars.
Cardette hits his first free throw of the night. You mentioned some of the woes from the free throw line for Wesley. 63% on the season. Certainly Coach Gillian wants that to rise as he splits these two. And it's Hornet ball. Not for long. Gene Charles with a steal. He gets fouled and he'll go to the line. Nice play for the athletic sophomore.
And that's the tough thing about freshmen, especially freshmen playing in November, is they're bound to have some of these freshman moments. And boy, was that one for DeWilk Tavares. This is unforced and unwarranted. And G. Charles with an easy steal and trip to the line.
Deshaun has 7 points. Man, Chicago State not doing any favors from the charity stripe. 5 misses tonight, 2 in the second half. Deshaun Gene Charles, Fort Lauderdale, Florida native, has him within 8. And now here's a sub. Noble Crawford for Ked Green. A little more size for Chicago State. 6'5", replacing 6 even. And here comes Robinson. So For Delaware State, 17 points for Munoz as we stay here, and 16 for Robinson. So those two have combined for 33. Everyone else has only 16. We're at the under 16. Chicago State down by 8, hunting their first home win of the season.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Well, we haven't seen much of the Delaware State offense outside of Robinson and Munoz, but here was a nice little teardrop for the Illinois State transfer turned Delaware State Hornet, Alston Andrews. It's been a very efficient night for those Hornets.
Yeah, Andrews perfect, 3 for 3. I mean, the man you're looking at, Munoz, was obviously perfect for a good 12 or 13 plus minutes to that first half, and the volume was there too. Both these teams have hit their last 3 shots. Off to a hot start offensively here in the second half.
Delaware State shooting 58% from the floor. That'll play as they look to snap a tough stretch of 3 losses in their last 4. As the Hornets come out with it in those smooth powder blues. It's Martez Robinson off to Kyle Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Now it's Robinson against Gene Charles, finds the open man. That's Andrews missing badly. Air ball, so shot clock violation. And we go to the Cougars.
That's like a broadcast jinx right there, right? We come back with a nice hit from Andrews. Talk about he's perfect from the floor, and then it was almost silent in here until that ball landed.
Yeah, we really stung him, didn't we? He's a Hornet, so I guess taste of his own medicine.
Don't poke the nest.
Do not. Do not. There's a miss for Crawford, in and out, but Davis on an athletic move for the putback. Crawford nearly pries it away. It's still Hornets ball. Really aggressive Chicago State full court defense here, coming out in a press.
Yeah, it almost feels like their best offense has been this full court press, right? Because it's just wreaked havoc. They've forced a ton of turnovers in the backcourt for Delaware State and turned them into buckets or trips to the free throw line.
Yeah, 3 Delaware State turnovers in the last minute 50. As Oba gets set to throw it in. Now we have some admonishing of the maybe guilty parties. I don't know of what.
And what Chicago State lacks in size, they certainly have in speed and athleticism, and that really provides a great spurt and great energy for this full court press.
Now we get to see it on display. Just 3 seconds to get it across. Munoz does. And gives it to his freshman point guard, DeWilk Tavares. Tavares with his head down, handoff to Robinson. First team All-MEAC preseason, and he misses from 20. Rebound for Oba. Delaware State has dominated the glass. Finding Oba down low amongst the trees. He's fouled by a Cougar. It'll go against Davis. That's Brent's 2nd foul.
What great body position from Wes Oba here down low to get that initial rebound. And then after a beautiful feed right back in him, gets triple teamed but able to draw the contact.
Now the freshman throwing it in, and Tavares finds Robinson, triggering right away, misses. Rebound Crawford. Cougars down 2 possessions. We have 14:20 left in the second half. Cardit directing traffic.
We haven't seen this kind of slow down pace in a while.
Kicking it old school. Back to Cardett, open for the 3. He can't hit it, a bit strong, and Oba has the board. Gives it to Robinson. That was a strange possession for Chicago State. I'm just not used to it tonight.
Yeah, behind the back pass, then a beautiful fake from Corbett, but I think he kind of faked out Cardett as well, who was going to cut, and then had to step back and take that fadeaway 3.
Squeezing through, Tavares throws it away to the Cougars. Here's Cardett, 1 on 3, and he draws the contact, so Wes Cardett will go to the free throw line.
You know, for a 3-on-1 against a freshman in the open floor, this is not a bad job by Tavares trying to draw the charge. Contact a little bit off to the side, strong take from Cardett. That's when he's at his best, though. Great speed, jolt of energy, the wingspan, and for Tavares, I believe that's only foul number 2.
It's 7'2" wingspan for Cardett. I feel like for Tavares, he was just hung out to dry, but really held his footing, as you mentioned. Now Cardett, 1 of 4 from the free throw line today.
10 of 16 as a team. Now, when you're down by 6, I mean, that's tough to look at. If you're
it's easy
Gerald
math.
Gillian, yeah. Easy points to make up.
Cardett hits the back end, and the Cougars are within 5. So 13:30 left in the second half. Delaware State with it. First time ever facing Chicago State here in Chicago after they took him down last year at home in Dover. Robinson, a teardrop from an awkward angle. He gets it to go. What a beauty for the new leading scorer, Martez Robinson.
Acrobatic play in the air, kind of contorting the body, and somehow he has surpassed Munoz, which is incredible.
It is incredible. Never thought I'd live to utter the words as Cardett misses. And a rebound to Obum. Here come the Hornets. Robinson falls down. It's a foul on Noble Crawford, his first, and the Cougars' third. I mean, there was a time when Munoz has 17 of Delaware State's 21 points. Now they have 51, and he still has 17.
Yeah, his last bucket was at the 8:20 mark of the first half, and I believe that's when I said he's scored 20 3 times this year. He's at 17.
And of course
he's going to get 20
it's
tonight.
a no-brainer.
He's still got 13 minutes.
It's fine. It's not like you wagered your life savings on it, I think. I trust. 12:54 on the clock, by the way.
This might be a contact lens issue.
For who?
Looked like for Alston Andrews. I don't know. He was holding that right eye.
It seems like we're all right now.
Gave him the thumbs up, though.
Gerald Gillian getting a quick half-second timeout. A little conference with his guys. As one of them, Kedrick Green, gets a pickpocket steal. Gives it to Gene Charles, and it's pried loose by Tavares. Here comes Munoz in the Hornets, and he's bodied hard on a foul. Next stop, free throw line for Jevin Munoz.
Boy, on one end, Kendrick Green, I think he's going to wish that he could have this back and just take the layup because he wound up having a clean look at the rim and try to dish it off at the last second. This was a very hard and loud fall to the hardwood. Good to see him spring right back up.
Third foul on Davis. We could hear that Munoz thump right in front of us as his coach, Stan Waterman, presides. And now Munoz nails the front end, his first point since the 8-minute mark of the first half.
Was he facing center court when that went in? That was a confident shot. He turned around full 180.
Right away. I don't think I've ever seen that on a free throw in the middle of a game. Let's see if he does it again here. It's been that kind of night for Munoz, only missing 2 shots. He did the little turnaround a little later this time.
That's the guy you want at the free throw line at the end of the game. That's confidence.
On the season, he's a 70% free throw shooter. Robinson steals it. And up 9 with the ball here is Tavares in the Hornet offense. Back to the hoop for a moment. Finds Oba. Chicago State, meanwhile, 3 minutes without a field goal. Time to clamp down defensively. Munoz on Crawford with 7 to shoot. Munoz, the turnaround. He finds the bottom of the net again. Jevin Munoz. Well, finally, we can say he has 21.
No jinx for me. He has just been certainly the player of the game, really, since the opening tip.
That ball thrown into no man's land, and it's Chicago State's 13th turnover of the night, and it sends us to the under-12 media timeout. It's an 11-point lead for Delaware State. 6-0 run. Hornets starting to dominate this thing. Coach Gillian and the Cougars have to figure it out, down 11. We're back after this.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University with over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant campus life. Chicago State University is Chicago's #1 most affordable public university with a diverse faculty, small class sizes, and almost 50 student organizations, including NCAA Division I athletics. At Chicago State, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Visit csu.edu/admissions to learn how you can earn your first year of tuition free.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Jevin Munoz scored 17 points in 12 minutes. Then he got shut out for over 10, and then he went on a little scoring spurt. Munoz is back.
Yeah, basically had an ISO on the left side of the floor and just took his man all the way to the rim and had a soft touch all night long.
We have 11:50 left in this one, and the Hornets are up by 11. With the ball, here's Robinson. Draws a foul on Tristan Arnaud. That's his first, and the Cougars getting close to giving bonus basketball away. 5 team fouls.
So far, tonight has followed almost exactly the opposite of the script Chicago State's game against Loyola. They've trailed almost the entirety of this game tonight. They've only led for 18 seconds, and at this exact time a few days ago in that intercity matchup, they were up by 10, Now they're down 11. How can they close this?
Robinson misses, and Crawford clears with an aggressive rebound. And after snaring it, brings it up the court. Yeah, Chicago State was up 10 with 12 minutes left up in Rogers Park against Loyola, and then fizzled away late in a 9-point loss. So let's see if they can really reverse that here at home, get their first home win. Gene Charles a 3, no, and he doesn't get a call. And then he somehow ends up with the ball and a foul. So Gene Charles goes from the miss to the charity stripe.
And that's why you follow your shot. You never know exactly how it's going to wind up, but a lot of times it might wind up right back in your grasp, and that's exactly what happened here. After that chaotic play trying to save it, it goes right back to Gene Charles, and those arms just bent over. Easy call against Wesley Oba.
So down 11, Gene Charles to the line and continues a rough free throw night for Chicago State. 11 of 18. Deshaun, 75% free throw shooter on the season. And the Floridian puts home the second. The last 3 times the Cougars have been to the line, they have missed the first and made the second. Feels like a trend you want to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tavares to Oba, and that's a travel call. Pretty easy one for the near official. 17 Delaware State turnovers.
They just got the feet going a little bit too quick there, did Wesley Oba.
Hornets average 16 turnovers a game, so now with 10 minutes left, already above the season average. And in the corner, Crawford watches it sail. It did not get a Delaware State hand. Just a bad pass from Arnaud. So Hornets ball. We mentioned Gerald Gillian's team coming off the Loyola loss. That was Tuesday. Meanwhile, Delaware State, a little more rested. They played over the weekend against Lamar, an overtime loss in which Martez Robinson had 27 points and 11 boards. Now Robinson today, 18 points, 3 boards. Munoz loses it, gets it back, and finds Oba. And then Wesley commits a double dribble. Back-to-back turnovers.
That's got to be a tech, too. He did just get teed up.
Yep.
That's back-to-back trips down the floor for Oba, where the feet just got going a little bit before. He was thinking correctly there, was going to have an easy chance at the rim. And then anytime you slam the ball down with both hands and you don't catch it on the way back up, and it shoots, in this case, that was probably a good 15 feet up in the air. That's going to be an easy tech every time.
That shows you how strong he is.
Yeah.
A lot of muscle to get the ball bouncing that high.
Looked like a volleyball drill you see pre-match where you're just pegging it into the ground.
Cougars hit the first free throw for the first time in a while. Let's watch what caused the technical. You see Oba with it. Let's watch that Super Ball bounce. Can't blame him for being frustrated. A travel and a double dribble on back-to-back possessions.
It might have been shorting him on the 15 feet, too. That might have been closer to 20.
17, 18?
Yeah.
There's Oba on the bench. He was just replaced by Cameron Stitt. 10 in the blue, making his first appearance of the night. Junior forward out of Charlotte. It's Gerald Gillian getting animated. He's a very vociferous head coach for Chicago State. And approaching 10 minutes, his team within striking distance. Down 8. Cardette from the free throw line. And the rebound is Stitt, who just came in the game.
No buckets in 5 minutes now for the home team.
Munoz with a nice interior pass. Stitt is fouled. Cameron Stitt to the line, foul on Wesley.
As Stitt comes in, they go right to him. Nifty bounce pass it from Munoz, who can do absolutely no wrong today. And it looked like the ball was already a little bit jarred loose there before Cardette actually got it, but a foul nevertheless.
Stitt has scored 5 points this season, 3 of them from the free throw line, where he's 3 of 4. Make it 3 of 5. Just the 3rd miss of the night from the free throw line for Delaware State. Cameron out of Charlotte's Porter Ridge High School hits the back end. It's kind of been the MO for free throws tonight. Miss one, make one. Here's Tristan Arnaud. He's wide open, and he banks it home.
That time it looked more like 2-3 than 3-2, so top of the key was just absolutely unmarked and uncovered, and Arnaud, you gotta hit that, and he did.
And we said pregame the Cougars need to hit their threes. Tonight, 42%, as they force Delaware State turnover 19. And now a reversal of calls, saying tip out on the Cougars, so it's still Hornets basketball.
Oh, momentum was up in the air, going both ways for a little bit there. Chicago State thought they cut it to 2 possessions and then forced a quick turnover.
So Robinson handles for Delaware State. And he finds Munoz at the right wing. Only 5 to shoot. The aggressive Munoz misses the shot. And Alston Andrews on the board. Fresh 20. But right away, mid-ranger, teardrop, good for Tavares.
So that is the first bucket he has seen go through the net now,
yes,
after the goaltend on the one prior. But that is a smooth mid-range jumper. Silky.
The man of Silk with 4. against what looks like a 3-2. Here's Cardette. After thinking about a 3, it's Jean Charles 4-3. No. And foul on Munoz. So Jevin Munoz whistled for his second. Delaware State's 7th team foul means free throw for Chicago State. 8th team foul, excuse me. So Brent Davis to the charity stripe. He's 1 for 2 on the night.
Tristan Arnault right now in there is one of the 2 guys trying to rebound a potential miss for Chicago State. 5'10".
Little guy. Getting aggressive there with Cam Stitt.
How's the speed? You got to use the speed, right?
Looking to weasel his way around the 6'8" Stitt.
Who next to him looks a good 7'2".
Let's watch this. Arnault lunging for it, but it's Davis who gets it and then gets fouled again. Did Tristan Arnault's box out lead to that rebound?
That's creating chaos. That's a beautiful job because he changed it up. He went for speed around the low block on his side last time. This time cut it across and kind of created a loose ball situation.
So fighting for little guys everywhere. Of course, Tristan Arnault is going to hang in there. Let's see what Davis feeds him. The 9th team foul for Delaware State.
I guess that's why he's down there, right? And that is 100% hand on the way up.
The foul on Stitt. Okay, let's watch this. Davis makes it. We saw Arnault try that wraparound move again. These are the things that go unnoticed as Chicago State suddenly is down just 5. Only 18 seconds tonight with a lead. An important 9-minute stretch coming up. Top of the circle, it's Stitt. And a foul goes against Chicago State's Brent Davis, who now looks apoplectic. Whistled for.
I think they got Arnault away from the ball.
Oh, it's Arnault.
It's Arnault.
That's his second.
Would have been huge, though, because Davis is out there sitting on 4 and defending
fouls.
Pretty tightly, very far away from the hoop, too.
Both teams are in the bonus, and Robinson makes him pay. He's 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line.
Yeah, think about how poorly Chicago State has been at the line. Then look at what the best players out there for Delaware State have done. If Robinson hits this, him and Munoz will be combined a perfect 10 of 10.
He does. He add in Tavares to that, make it 12 of 12 for Delaware State. So here's Cardette with some urgency. Pocket picked. But on the ground, he gets it back, and it's out of bounds off a Hornet. So Cougar ball. Chicago State getting out-rebounded by 13 tonight. But they've hit 5 more threes. They have forced 4 more turnovers. And because of that, Cougars are right in it, looking for their first home win of the season. After 8-0 at this fortress last year, Chicago State 0-3 at home. Got another home opportunity coming on Sunday, 1 o'clock against Stetson. They want to take care of business tonight. Cardette knifes through and is fouled. Cameron Stitt, the guilty party. His second. And this one's turning into a free throw fest.
Yeah, Stitt gets over just a little bit late. It looked like Cardette had lost the ball, but still crashes into him, gets the call, and let's see if we can hit the first free throw this time.
A new rule this year in college basketball, defender must plant both feet before the offensive player plants the foot he's using to drive. So in that case, called the defensive foul, and Cardette continuing positive momentum from the free throw line. Here's Somerville checking in.
I thought you were going to say new rule this year. You got to miss the first free throw, then make the next one.
Feels like they followed that tonight. Wes Cardette, 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. As we wait for some things to be sorted out. Oh, here's
a little bit of blood.
The issue. That's Alston Andrews getting cleaned up. That's a lot of blood. We fell down on the elbow. That's a lot of blood. So we'll take a little pause here. 8:27 left. And a quick game reset for you if you're just joining us. First 10 minutes of this game were really unique in that 17 of the first 21 Delaware State points were scored by Jevin Munoz. He's been a little quieter since, and we've seen a lot of Martez Robinson taking over. And Chicago State, as a result of those two, has been playing catch-up almost all evening. So 8 minutes, 27 seconds left. Wes Cardette for the second of two with the blood cleaned up. Cougars within 5 as he hits it. And now Gene Charles gets some rest. Noble Crawford getting some run.
Big couple of possessions before we get to the second to last media timeout.
Aggressive half-court defense for the Cougars. Trapped is Tavares, gets rid of it. And now down low, Somerville's blocked by Crawford. Teardrop good for Martez Robinson. He is there to clean it up. And a timeout called by his coach, Stan Waterman. So Martez Robinson now with a game-high 22 points. We step aside for immediate timeout. It's a 7-point lead for Delaware State, and we're back in Chicago in just a moment.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Set your future in motion at Chicago State University with over 70 degree and certificate programs, ample scholarship opportunities, and a vibrant campus life. Chicago State University is Chicago's #1 most affordable public university with a diverse faculty, small class sizes, and almost 50 student organizations, including NCAA Division I athletics. At Chicago State, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Visit csu.edu/admissions to learn how you can earn your first year of tuition free.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
At the Chicago State University College of Pharmacy, discoveries happen daily and students become industry leaders. If you are looking for a rewarding profession combining patient care, scientific research, and opportunities to give back to your community, CSU is an exceptional place to prepare with 3,000 square feet of state-of-the-art lab and research facilities and renowned faculty. No bachelor's degree is required. Learn more about CSU's College of Pharmacy by visiting csu.edu/College of Pharmacy.
8:07 left, and Martez Robinson, Delaware State's leading scorer, starting to take this game over. He's got 22 points. He's only missed 5 shots tonight, Max.
Yeah, what a big rebounded finish that is after Noble Crawford, who's at a 6-inch height disadvantage there, picked up the huge swat off the glass. But Martez Robinson there to clean it up. Boy, him and Munoz have been just simply sensational today, combined for 43 points and 15 of 23 from the field, and they're both perfect from the line.
Only 8 field goals have dropped tonight for Delaware State for guys not named Munoz or Robinson. It's been really cold for the other Hornets, really hot for those two. Meanwhile, the Cougars have been down between 3 and 11 points for most of this game. Down 7 right now around the perimeter. Here's Corbett attacking. He swings it to Davis. 3 balls off. Offensive board. Cardette. Shot was blocked. Davis is there for the 3rd putback.
You get an offensive board and put it right back up with the putback. Chicago State has the answer with one of their own.
And now Brent Davis with a team-high 16 points on a quiet, wonderful night for him. Austin Andrews, though, with the response for Delaware State.
Huge one. That's kind of a crowd silencer after a second chance bucket.
So 7-point lead for Delaware State. And here go the Cougars. In the corner, Corbett triggers a 3, and that's off the side of the backboard. Got his own board, and then blocked.
That was a rough possession. Side of the board, right back to you. Then Andrews having none of it at the rim.
So Robinson guiding this Delaware State offense. Finds Munoz. That hot first half, quiet second half. Just 4 points. Tavares a 3. Yes, sir. D. Wilk Tavares, the freshman, heating up.
Boy, there's the flash, and we've seen a lot of them offensively from that freshman this year. Talking about the 19 points last weekend versus Longwood. That was simply sensational.
Dagger.
Killer crossover, and then open 3 drilled it.
And now Gene Charles can't drill that one. Chicago State starting to cool down as Munoz somehow wins the battle in the corner and then throws it away to Cardette. We got a whistle and a foul call. Let's see who this one's against.
I think they're going to get Gene Charles, who kind of dove into Somerville's legs. And that would be the 4th for him. He would join Davis with 4 for Chicago State. Munoz is so close to going out of bounds there in the corner. That's probably the best case scenario given where he was and the amount of arms clamoring about right next to him.
Now we have a timeout on the floor. 6:01 on the clock. Max, this has been a pretty funky one, right? What stood out to you today in the realm of funkiness?
Well, you know, this feels like just about every game we have done, you and I, here at Jones Convocation Center for the Chicago State Cougars, and they've been in all 3 of those ones. They got blown out against UT Martin their last time out here at home, but they've been right there. They just haven't been able to get over the hurdle, and that's certainly been the story all night long, hanging around. Delaware State hasn't been able to land that lethal blow yet, but they're feeling very good about where they stand right now, up by 10. 6 minutes to go. They have led for nearly 33 of the 34 minutes.
A lot of talk tonight, of course, about about Munoz and Robinson for these guys. Well, how about for Chicago State? 16 for Brent Davis, 14 for Wes Cardette. Who has stood out for the Cougars in your eyes?
Well, I think definitely Davis with the energy. He's been sensational, and he's been out there with 4 fouls for a long stretch of time, and it hasn't made him any worse for the wear defensively. He's still been out there guarding Tavares pretty tightly and following him everywhere as soon as he gets across half court. And then Cardette, you knew he was going to have a bounce-back game after what we saw versus Loyola. I'm sure he was kicking himself in a game where his team played great for half an hour and then slumped late in the final 10 minutes. He just didn't showcase it offensively. Only 6 points. It was far and away his worst game on that side of the floor. He's a guy who's always going to bring the defense with his length and aggressiveness, just tenacious on that side. But we knew he would come out and have a better offensive game, and he has. But still 3 of 9 from the field only. He's missed 3 free throws. He probably thinks he could be a little bit better than what he has been so far.
And look at both of these sides right now. Chicago State and Delaware State only having met once in the history of these programs. It was last year, 6-point win for Delaware State back home in Dover. So back end of a home-and-home this season. As their big man, the transfer from Cal State Bakersfield, Raymond Somerville, comes to the charity stripe. He's been quiet tonight. Hits the front end.
Yeah, pretty stoic guy, and not sure exactly what he's dealing with on that right hand either, but you can tell after he makes that free throw, all the high fives coming with the left hand.
You see the big white bandage on the right, and he hits the second. So Somerville now 4 points, 4 boards. Here's Chicago State trailing by 12. Needs emergency for the Cougars, now under 6 to go. Looking to attack this zone defense. Davis with the team high 16. Bounces it into trouble. Cardette fights for it, loses the fight. Hornet ball. Tavares after the turnover. Freshman smartly pulling up, slowing down as you sense only 5:30 left. You can start to move a bit slower. Up 12.
And we don't see them pull back the reins much, but certainly with time and score, now is the time.
Yeah, this is a fast team Robinson spins out of trouble and finds the bottom of the net. 24 points.
God, it's almost a quiet 24, given what Munoz has done, maybe a little bit flashier, but Robinson's been hitting almost everything he's thrown up towards the rim here in the second half, and man, he is smooth around the rim.
That was a beautiful move, just slithering in. As Arnaud finds Jean Charles, heads down, step back jumper. Got it to go to Sean Jean Charles, now in double figures with 11.
And that ends a 9-0 run over the last 2:03.
And then Tavares throws it away, another freshman mistake. Turnover 19 for the Hornets.
Yeah, and for Tavares, that's his 6th turnover already, and that's at least the second one that's been nearly under his own hoop, and just a very wayward pass. I should say near his own hoop. Hasn't made it too far down the court by the time he chucks that.
Corbett's back in for Jean Charles. Corbett's played 31 minutes with a facial fracture and an impacted tooth. He's only eating soft foods and liquids for the last week or so. Says he's felt weak, tired, lost some weight. But they're going to need his minutes down the stretch as Davis misses a 3. And the rebound to Andrews. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Ball's in Robinson's hands, and that's good news if you're a Hornet fan. Team's up 12. Munoz in the corner, passes down the baseline into Corbett's hands. Now 20 Delaware State turnovers. Here's Davis shimmying through. Bounce pass through Cardette. Hit off a Hornet. And we will stay on this side. But that's after the Under 4 media timeout. Our final pause of the night. Now or never for Chicago State. Gerald Gillian and his team have to figure it out. Down 12. We'll be back.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at ticketsmarter.com.
Back in Chicago, under 4 to go, and Delaware State up 12 thanks to this lethal play by Martez Robinson.
Just when you think you have him doubled along the baseline. I mean, he is just crafty.
Smooth scorer has 24, a game high, as Neal can't stick the 3. Out of bounds, Delaware State ball, and now it feels like they can just start to drain clock with under 4.
Crazy to think that 17 of the first 21 points for the Hornets came via Jevin Munoz, and well, now Robinson is their leading scorer by 3.
What would you say if I told you at that 10-minute mark that Munoz wouldn't be the leading scorer?
I probably would have guessed that maybe Cardette would go off if it was in terms of the game-leading score, but it'd be hard-pressed to guess that somebody else on Delaware State was going to come back with that kind of a surge. But if you did have a guess, you would have guessed it was Robinson.
Robinson had 27 in the overtime loss at Lamar last week. And now it's Andrews looking for Robinson. Hit off his shoe, out of bounds. it'll go to the Cougars. Martez Robinson, preseason first-team All-MEAC. Scored 12 a game last year, 16 a game this year. And that number will only climb for the sensational scorer.
Yeah, a guy who has just done everything so well this year. 45% entering today from deep. 1 of 3 from 3 so far today. Also an 82+ percentage free throw shooter.
Neal, no dice. On the putback, Gene Charles is fouled, I think, by Somerville, which might foul him out. Let's watch it.
I think they got Martez Robinson, it sounded like, so that'll be his 4th.
Foul trouble ×2 for Delaware State. Somerville and Robinson with 4. Cougars have improved from the charity stripe, now at 20 of 28 on the night. Now Chicago State has hit 21 free throws and 16 field goals. 8 of them from beyond the arc. So only 8 shots from 2-point range.
Delaware State is shooting 17% better than their season average right now. It's been an offensive clinic.
Led by Munoz in the first half, Robinson in the second. With assist from this freshman point guard Tavares, and now Somerville throws it into total no man's land and into the 8th row.
I think you're legally mandated after you make that kind of a pass to do exactly what Raymond Somerville did, and that is just look at your hands like you're a tennis player that just hit one into the crowd. Got to look at the tools, right? Like, hey, what are you doing? You let me down.
That wasn't where it was supposed to go. Can't get new hands. At least not yet. No technological innovations.
Not to our knowledge.
The limb replacement. Here's Cardet. On the baseline, throws it right to Robinson. It's a costly turnover with time of the essence. Tavares misses. Cougars get a second chance. Cardet with a head of steam. The big man, nice spin move, gets it to go.
Well, that's why he's an NBA prospect right there. Speed and agility, and then the quick 360 spin and the soft touch at the glass.
Cardet, 16 points. Cougars need defensive stops. 2 minutes to go, down 8. Here comes a double team on Robinson. Feels like a good idea. And then Davis picks Tavares' pocket. Brent Davis tips to Crawford, who misses a sort of wild shot. And it's a big missed opportunity for CSU.
Man, a lot happened there. For starters, what a poke away from Brent Davis, who I actually thought stepped out of bounds. They said he stayed in. And then he kind of just lost it and just tapped it up, it looked like, for the alley-oop. And just a very disjointed chance to break out and try to pull this to a 2-possession game if they got that layup.
A timeout, Delaware State. That was a weird play. And Delaware State, with 23 turnovers tonight, is staring down possibly their second road win of the season. Here's that weird one.
I mean, this is just all sorts of awkward. And then that's a pretty clean look still at the rim for Noble Crawford. Not the way you draw it up, but you got to hit that layup and make it a 6-point game. And on the other side, how is Delaware State somehow, they're -7 in turnovers. They have 23. But points off turnovers is a battle. They are actually winning right now.
I've never seen that.
That's kind of crazy.
23 points off turnovers to 22. They have been advantageous. See assistant coach Barrington Terry, Jelani Hewitt, Scott Spinelli, part of the squad under third-year lead man Gerald Gillian. Team that went 8-0 at home last year, staring down an 0-4 start in the friendly confines.
And for Delaware State, it's a team that only has 2 wins, but you talk about battle tested. They've only played 1 game at home. They played at Texas. They played at Penn State. The team has faced a lot of adversity early in the year.
You can tell. It's a gritty team that here is up 8 with 100 seconds left. Tavares 1-on-2. Bounce feed to Andrews. They take their time. Tavares with the bucket. The freshman has 11.
Got 11, 6, and 3 so far. He's been mighty consistent. Guy who barely ever sits on the bench. He's going to log 37, maybe 38 minutes today again.
Now Wesley Cardette to the free throw line. Yeah, Tavares has 8 turnovers, but he's made up for it. Efficient down the stretch. And Wesley Cardette ready for his 10th and 11th free throws of the evening. It's the front end. 7 of 10 tonight. Bounce back from a rough start.
Yeah, he's 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the second half.
Wesley Cardette, NBA draft prospect, projected as a 2nd round pick. And his Cougars have work to do. Down 9. Back the other way. Somerville loses it and then somehow gets it back. He's trapped in the corner. Shimmies around Jean Charles, and
we got a timeout. They got a timeout off, but I mean, that was a great find. Munoz knows he's got a man in front of him. All he has to do is fling the ball. There's only one guy on that side of the court. Unfortunately, it was a 6'11" big man who just, completely let it get away from him, but somehow was lucky enough to get it back. And that was a very fortunate break for the Hornets just to come away with the ball and a timeout. Still have 20 on the shot clock.
This has been one of those games that's been messy, comfortably messy, right?
Oh,
39
absolutely.
turnovers, balls bouncing everywhere. It's just about who can keep their head.
Yeah, and as dirty and mucked up as it's been at points, I think the most impressive thing we've seen so far tonight is the Delaware State offense, which really hasn't had, outside of that 11-0 run for Chicago State, which, keep in mind, was kickstarted a lot by the defense and turnovers. The half-court sets, the half-court offense from Delaware State, and their ability to get out and run and get down the floor before Chicago State can get down and man up and set up their defense has certainly opened my eyes today.
So with wide eyes, we watch Delaware State's impressive offense. 24 points for Martez Robinson, 21 for Jevin Munoz.
I mean, think about it. They're shooting, sorry to interrupt, 56% from the field, 50% from deep, 83% from the free throw line. That's incredibly impressive all the way across the board.
50-50-80 will almost always win you the game,
I would hope.
even with 23 turnovers. So shooting the ball well, turning the ball over a lot, and still managing to be on top. That's been the formula for Stan Waterman's team. Here's Tavares, the freshman. Back to Robinson. Steady hand, finds the freshman again. And with 8 to shoot, we are under a minute to go. Foul called against Tristan Arnaud, his 3rd. And free throws come in for Tavares.
Not going to lie, I really wanted to see Tavares pull up at the end of that shot clock, because that was the guy, as soon as he got it back in his hands, even though he's a freshman, even though today is the final day of his first month of collegiate basketball, you just felt like he had an eye for the hoop right there.
Well, now he can make it up at the free throw line. And he doesn't find the bottom of the net. So Cougar ball, down 8. This is Davis. Lost it. And we're going the other way. That is possibly a game ender.
That's just a back-breaking moment. You get the free throw miss at the front end of a 1-and-1, and you get a chance to get out and run with one of your better offensive players, and Davis just completely lost it off the foot.
That's tough. Here's Andrews. Throws it in to Somerville. Fouled right away. Feels like maybe the guy to foul. Raymond Somerville on the season, 7 of 13 from the free throw line.
Hey, you're also fouling a guy who hasn't been out there a ton, given it's all relative. He's a starter. He's only been out there 22 minutes because he's been in foul trouble just about the whole night.
No one's played more tonight than both Robinson and Munoz. All 39 minutes for the 2 leading scorers.
They've been out there the whole time, and I mean, Tavares is not far behind. That's kind of a 3-headed monster right now.
And Somerville in and out.
Team picked 6th preseason in the MEAC out of 8. It's going to be a scrappy bunch. They're going to be, certainly, no matter what the record, be an enjoyable team to watch all year long.
It's an efficient offense. You've got 2 really good scorers in Robinson and Munoz. And Max, they're not even fully healthy. Cardette 3. He got fouled. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Chicago State down 9, 43 ticks on the clock.
Stan Waterman saw that play, immediately turned around, took 3 steps, sat on the bench, and then put his head in his hands. You can't be making that kind of a foul. There's no reason to even contest at this point. You're up by 9, 44 seconds. No reason to be close to a 3-point shoot.
And Cardette can bring this to a 2-possession game, as Wesley has shot 12 free throws tonight. We mentioned some of the injuries for Delaware State. Corey Perkins has missed all but the first 3 this season. Tonight, no Brandon Stone and barely any Kyrie Staton. We saw him for just a quick 2-minute stretch.
Yeah, Brandon Stone was another guy. One of 3 players preseason all MEAC on the first or second team. They had 3 of the 10 players honored, and this team is picked 6, which I think shows you it's not to be a prognosticator, but they didn't think this team was going to have a ton of depth.
Right, sort of top heavy. And then Somerville is fouled, so Chicago State's able to foul the guy they presumably want to. They send the big man back to the free throw line. Or check that, it's going to be Alston Andrews. Andrews has been much more efficient from the free throw line, 8 of 11 on the season, but 0 for 2 on the night. 2-possession game, these are important. Front end's good. So Corbett's back. He has played 33 minutes tonight. 7 points, 1 board. Both well below season average. So clutch free throws for Andrews, and this feels like Chicago State's last gasp. Tavares almost came up with a sneaky steal.
Love that. He knew exactly where that was going after the make. Read it perfectly, just couldn't keep it in.
I can tell you like watching D-Wilk Tavares. Aggressive.
Yeah, and he started the game. I mean, think about the first 4 shots he had. 3 of them were only loosely in the vicinity of going in.
Arnaud at 3. It's off. That was loosely in the vicinity of going in. And Tavares got the board and fouled.
Yeah, Tavares has been super impressive, and interesting to see what he can do once he gets into conference play, because he's a guy who's been out there. That guy played 48 minutes in a game a week ago, and again, went to double OT. 48 of 50, and then he followed it up the next day and played 38 of the 40 minutes his last time up. So
he's a freshman. He's got fresh legs, right?
Yeah, thrown into the fire, and he's performed admirably, and you know he's only going to get better and better as this season progresses. And due to the injuries, I mean, how important are the minutes he is logging going to be when they get towards the end of the season, and even going forward into next year, which we're a long way away from.
Freshman out of Jersey goes 0 for 2 on this trip. And now Wesley Cardette driving in, gets fouled, and will make his 15th and 16th free throw attempts.
Yeah, if you were going to ask Stan Waterman, what does your team need to do better right now? It is stop fouling Wesley Cardette Jr.
After these, Chicago State's going to have 36 free throw attempts tonight.
This is going to be his 15th of the second half.
Feels like deja vu all over, all over, all over. So Cardette, 21 points, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. And the back end is good. Now here comes A.J. Neal for defensive purposes. He's going to replace Corbett. Let's see what Chicago State comes out with. Full court pressure. Figure you need a quick steal or quick foul. Munoz, he found Martez Robinson. Chicago State doesn't want to foul him and forces him to throw it away. It's Cougar ball.
Well, certainly probably the largest eyesore in terms of things to work on going forward into the weekend and into next week for Delaware State is going to be controlling the ball.
Cardette falls on it, and from his behind to Neal, now outside, open 3 Crawford off the front end, and with 4 seconds left, that'll do it. Davis At the buzzer, no, and Delaware State comes in and takes down Chicago State for the second straight season. A virtual wire-to-wire victory for the Hornets. They pick up their second road win of the season. We'll break it down on the other side. It's a final from Chicago, Delaware State by 7.
Let's put your ambition in motion. Let's turn roadblocks into new paths to success. For over 150 years, Chicago State University has fostered ambition, started careers, and built successful lives of accomplishment for our students. Now, it's your turn. Chicago State University.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back here in Chicago, wrapping up a 76-69 win. Delaware State on top of Chicago State alongside Max Toma. I'm Sam Brief. Well, Max, it was really a two-headed monster for Delaware State tonight. Martez Robinson and Jevin Munoz. What did they do so well?
And it was almost a tale of two halves, right? Because it was Munoz all over the place in the first half, made his first 6 shots, 17 of the team's first 21 points. And then on the other side, Martez Robinson in the second half, his ability at the rim to finish some finesse shots close to the rim, him spinning baseline when he got double teamed and the shot clock was winding down, that was wild. They did everything just so well, and I think Munoz in the second half also facilitated the offense well too.
For Chicago State, Wesley Cardette with the team high 21 points. They did force 23 turnovers, but certainly some things have to get better for the Cougars as they face Stetson at 1 o'clock on Sunday, looking to break a 4-game home losing streak to start the season. Well, it was raining threes early for Chicago State, but then this mightily efficient Delaware State offense, they came to play 56% from the floor as Stan Waterman's team takes down the Cougars. It's been wonderful to have you with us from Chicago alongside Max Toma and our championship crew. I'm Sam Brief saying so long from Chicago, where it's the Hornets over the Cougars. We'll see you Sunday.